chill. It is sweeping through upstate New York here in late December. But we've got football from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Buffalo Bills. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys, losers a week ago, trying to turn things around here. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. And we are underway in Buffalo. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a look at the man under center. Now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3 and out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 74 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. That's complete to Palmer. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. They rallied and made the tackle.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They juked him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The right side here caught by Kincaid. This a 2nd and 8.
To Dalton Kincaid.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Now they'll run on the ball. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Bills! Dalton Kincaid, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Eagles, nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The quick feed by Jackson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, he got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
So now then, the big loss sets up 2nd and 19. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's 2nd best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. He's going to get his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the 1st drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
And I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, Yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2nd and 9 now. That is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. And spotted at the 14-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Eagles at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. White now to return. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll find his man in the comeback route, complete.
Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by quarterback.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
the play action fake. They'll look to throw. And they'll get him down here at the 23. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Another run by Bigsby.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
It's a quarterback sneak.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Bills.
2nd and 4.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away and sacked back at the 22.
T.J. Sanders brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
He'll look to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Here's 3rd and 7.
Dalton Kincaid. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Back to throw again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
On 2nd down.
3rd and 5.
Number 86, Dalton Kincaid. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the Bills going to send on Cameron Johnston here to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 19. The quick throw complete into the flat out left. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's White. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 41-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And he hits him in stride. And he's taken down inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Prater's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. 1 second, all that remains. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Hope you're all having a very happy holiday season as we run through these final few games of the calendar year 2025. Here are the highlights. Our look at the NFL starts now. In Charlotte, the Panthers at home to take on the Seattle Seahawks. And here's the Seahawks running back. He gets a seal here, and off he goes. The Seahawks win their 4th straight as they get the victory here. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is the Bucs wideout. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Buccaneers hang on. They win by a field goal, 20-17. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts hosting the Jacksonville Jags. And this is Anthony Richardson. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Colts get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, let's give you a look here at the current playoff picture. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They'll look to throw again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now back to throw. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
7-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
They'll drop the throw. Looking on the outright, he finds Shakir. And he is going to have the Bills first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on 3rd down.
Another Bills first down.
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with his 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. 2nd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Terrell Bernard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good. And a 2nd field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their 1st turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 5. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hands it off out of the gun. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Eagles' 32-yard line.
He's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 1.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's another Bills first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Second and 3. Got a man and he hits him in stride. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Throwing low, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, that's complete. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, first and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll run on the ball. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And here's a handoff out of the gun to about the 26 here. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Bills, they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.